show on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and all the fun things. And we're back second time, but we got the whole band this time with Bible Belt Massacre. Thanks for coming by.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yo.
Fuck yeah. So you guys have a show tomorrow in Atlanta. Tell me about it.
The usual debauchery, murder, BDSM, half nudity, blood, the usual fucking whatever we can get away with.
Crazy fucked up shit that we could do.
Yeah.
That's my kind of shit. And I was just saying before we started, when are you guys coming out to California? We want you touring everywhere.
Well, my phone doesn't work without Wi-Fi, so we have money, in the way.
I feel that. I'm on the struggle bus, but I am scooting by, barely. Yeah. So what is something that you guys want to accomplish though before the year is over that you really want the band to get done?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Finish getting the EP done.
It's the single release.
Done.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Do you guys have anything out on iTunes or Spotify right now?
We got 2 singles out. We have Plaything and You Can't Kill Me. And right now, we are currently in the studio wrapping up a 3rd song called Load Your Gun, which is also the title track of our EP. It's going to be called the Load Your Gun EP. So this one that is upcoming is definitely a very fucked up one, and look forward to putting that one out.
Nice. I know last time we talked about shock rock in general and kind of blowing it out of the water from Manson and Alice Cooper. And do you think, I feel like we've come almost full circle recently and cancel culture is out and everyone's able to be wild and crazy again? Do you guys think that way, or is it still kind of, you got to be careful what you do?
We don't care. Yeah. We can only hope so that it's out, but regardless, even if it is or not, we're built kind of in a way where we don't have to give a shit, but it's definitely going to be harder to upset people if it does leave, but
it is what it is.
Have you guys offended someone? Have you got either in person or a long message, emailed to you that someone was so offended at your show?
Mostly this guy, but yes, absolutely.
That would be me. No,
quite a few.
Yeah, earlier today, some girl commented, it was like, you guys are sick, romanticizing the violence of women and blah, blah, blah. And my reply was, we're romanticizing the violence of everyone. We're not for you. Go away.
We don't have
Yeah.
Because you guys are in the South, so I do love the reference of Bible Belt Massacre. How did you come up with that? Who came up with the name?
So I came up with the name, and I wanted it to be like a play on words almost. Like if you compare, what we look like to the name, most people are obviously going to assume Satan shit, right? Like devil shit. But that's not at all what it is. The Bible Belt, it's just a location. And I thought about, it sounds like a murder documentary, like the Jonestown Massacre, the Black Dahlia murder, stuff like that. And I came up with the Bible Belt Massacre because, where we are. And also it freaks people out. So if they automatically assume we're about Satan shit and that freaks them out, it's not what it is, but good on them that we are whatever you want us to be. So.
Yeah. Did anyone go to church growing up?
I did. Yeah, a little bit off and on.
I've been in a church maybe 6 times my entire life.
Somebody died or there was a baptism?
That and one time my grandma made me go. And I remember I was pissed that she made me go because I've always been a little shithead. My uncle bought me this Marilyn Manson shirt that said, I am the God of fuck on the back of it. And I stuck it under a jacket. And the second I sat down on the pew with my grandma, I just unzipped it. She snatched me up by the back of my hair and walked me out of that fucking church so fast.
She was like, nope. I know, because I grew up in church and then I got away from it. I felt like it was so shoved down my throat. So I turned 18 and I was got really more into goth, shock rock stuff and away from religion. And now I would say I'm somewhere in between of I think there's something out there in the universe. Nothing makes sense without more, but I don't like organized shit where people make you go somewhere.
Yeah, I have the same theory that obviously something happens, something exists, but if I think about it too hard, I'll have an existential crisis. So
plus, I've seen preachers slap their old lady, tell her to get in the car, and then drive off to church, and then sit there and tell people how to live their life. And it's like, yeah, no, fuck you. That's absolutely sick and wrong and hypocritical. So
That's it. In Christianity.
I mean, how many times in the last year did we see someone in a local church arrested for touching underage kids?
Yeah, pedophilia has been connected to churches often.
Yeah.
The entire reason that humanity experienced something we call the Dark Ages is because Christians thought we didn't deserve the no knowledge we came upon our damn selves.
Yeah. So since you guys do a lot of like wild, shocking things, can I ask you guys, and individually you can answer if you would do this shocking thing, and you guys say if you would do it or not?
Okay, yeah. Kathea, you can go first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So would you bite a head off the bat on stage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Like
no, maybe
alive?
because it's already been done. I want to
Yeah.
do something original, but hypothetically, yeah, for the bit.
Hypothetically, if Ozzy didn't already do it. Okay. Would you guys show nudity on stage?
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Y'all
No, I
couldn't pay me
wouldn't.
enough.
I couldn't know it.
I fucking would, dude.
I mean, I'm the drummer, so I guess it wouldn't be bad if I was naked. No,
Our very first
Monty,
show.
Monty is actually naked all the time on stage. You just can't see.
You just can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it depends. Like if we're talking ass or tits, is not a big deal. Of like full blown frontal, that's kind of like a huge.
If I'm up there like hitting the windmill, that might cause some issues.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Would you guys ever tie up a fan to a cross on stage and whip them?
we're gonna do it.
So, you want to explain?
We're building the fucking 6'7" tall cross, fucking 5 feet wide, and we've had a couple volunteers to let us burn and cut them throughout our set. Not even necessarily for entertainment, just so that we have something extra to do in between the notes.
I knew it. I just knew it was coming, so I had to ask.
Yeah, that was crazy intuition.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I did that in Hollywood a long time ago, and it was so fun. Like I volunteered, and yeah, my back was fucked up for a while.
You need to come to Atlanta.
I've never been to Atlanta, and I love Texas and Oklahoma. I've spent a lot of time, living in Austin and then traveling up to Oklahoma, but I've never been to Atlanta, so I need to check it out
It sucks.
and come to a show.
It has its cool moments.
Don't
You
drive.
get to chant ATL ho.
ATL. Ho.
I heard the best strip clubs are in Atlanta.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, would you guys ever add blood to fire sprinklers and make it rain blood?
Dude, I have had that idea for so long, like the opening scene of Blade, where the fucking where the vampire club goes on. When we get to a level where we can just tell venues what we're gonna do, as opposed to asking if we can do it, I'm gonna find a way to make that happen, dude. I think about that all the fucking time.
You need someone in sunglasses and a coat.
Straight up.
That'd be sick. I would go to it.
Hell yeah.
Would you guys eat an animal organ on stage?
I have a weak stomach. I cannot.
don't know. I mean, you have.
Have I?
How fresh is it? Is it like warm or is it cold?
I guess no one wants to get sick, right? So maybe it has to be killed and slightly cooked so nobody dies. And then would you just like take a bite out of the organ on stage?
Yeah, I feel like
Depends on what it is.
if I was really into it, like if I was really into the show and like somebody threw an animal, I might fucking take a bite. And that's a heavy might, but then again, I don't
If you're in the zone.
Yeah, I don't put anything past me when I'm in the fucking zone. So
Yeah. Depends how much alcohol or drugs I've intaked for the day for me to do that.
very true.
Would you guys create an OnlyFans?
It's back to you.
Back to who?
Oh, you.
Me? Why me? Whoa.
Dude, me, I've already fucking made one before, dude. I've slung my weenie on the internet before. So.
No way. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I made a solid like
way,
$80
cool.
a month. It was rad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's a good way to make money. Would you guys ever use a staple gun on you?
What did you say? It cut out a second.
Would you use a staple gun on you?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do it to myself in high school.
Yeah.
No.
Did you guys ever snort pixie sticks? I remember in high school that was cool.
Yeah.
Snorting
and
pixie
other
sticks,
things.
smoking Smarties.
Smarties.
Yeah.
I watch people crush Smarties and snort them.
Yeah, you sit there grinding them back and forth and just inhale powder.
That's probably more dangerous than fentanyl. No, I don't know why we were snorting pixie sticks back in the day. I don't even know if they still have pixie sticks.
We should have been shooting
They-
those
they
bitches
better.
up, dude. Fucking honestly.
Okay, would you guys ever use the hooks on your back and like swing from hooks on your back?
No.
I want to do that so bad.
I
Not even for the show,
I got
but like I
nerves
just
in
want to
it.
do that.
That shit is gross to me. I
I
hate it.
actually
It's
just
painless. After the hook is in, when you're actually hanging, it supposedly doesn't hurt to hang.
see. I would.
It doesn't hurt.
I would, but my buddy Matt Zane did that shit, and I think it was 2009 as the singer of Society One, and his big thing was he did the suspension stuff on stage, and I wouldn't want to chop his style. Shout out to another shock rocker. Fucking love you, Matt Zane.
It's wild. They said it doesn't hurt because they hook in the right spots, but it looks like it insanely is painful.
Oh yeah, no, I watched a video of him swinging fucking 20 feet up above. I think it was Vakken or Hellfest maybe. He was like 20 feet up and swinging while their set was going. That shit looked like it hurt. I would do it if somebody else didn't already do it.
Yeah. It's hard. A lot has been done. Is there something new that can be done on stage in a safe manner, you know, with all the gear set up? Like that's what's hard, I guess, to reinvent something that's
Yeah.
different.
See, I've thought about that a lot, and at least, with shock something new, it's very hard because the young people, they get pissed off because we're hurting their feelings. The older people get pissed off because they're like, oh, you're just ripping off these bands. It's like we make nobody happy, so we might as well just mix everything together and do what we want,
Well, and then even Alice Cooper has said that he was asked in an interview, what would it take to shock an audience? He said, well, because of technology in today's day and age, everybody has access to just about anything at the fucking drop of a dime. So outside of really killing, committing suicide or killing somebody up on stage, there's almost nothing you can do to shock. You just got to really try to put on a really good performance and a good show.
I think making stuff real for the audience is a good way to shock them.
Yes.
Well, I
Like-
mean, if you guess too, in this day and age, everybody is kind of numb to this type of shit.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's why I'm not too big on I like the Satan imagery and hinting around it, but it's been beat to fucking death in the ground. Fucking every other, metal band out there is about Satan in some fucking form. And I like the imagery and dancing around with it more or less.
Yeah.
Because, I love, bigger bands like Deicide and stuff like that, but when it's all about Satan, it's the same thing. If everything you do is about one shocking topic, none of it's shocking. You know what I mean? Because it's all you do.
You almost have to have real blood instead of fake blood nowadays and cut yourself on stage.
Which he does.
I do that. I'll be doing that.
Yeah. Is there a rule against that in venues? Is that on a list of things not to do?
That's the loophole.
They
Yeah.
don't let us blast fake blood out the audience, so we force him to provide his own.
Yeah, they fucking beat me backstage until I'm bloody. But yeah,
That's funny.
the venues, a lot of the time, most of the time, they won't let us fuck around with fake blood, and they didn't say shit about real blood, so fucking we're gonna get the effect either way.
Oh, yeah.
It's a way to go around the contract to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Would you guys ever perform in a strip club?
Oh yeah.
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 Absolutely.
This next
Fuck yeah.
song that we got coming is going to sneak us into the dance clubs.
Fuck yeah. No, this next song we're putting out, it's mainly an industrial song. It sort of sounds like
Nothing you've heard.
Static X and Rammstein mixed with Blutengel. It's really weird. I'm gonna use it to sneak us into goth clubs.
That'd be cool. How are they in Georgia? Is there, because we have industrial goth clubs in California, a lot of are they in Georgia?
So we don't have actual goth clubs. There's venues like the Masquerade and other venues that will put on like gothic dance nights and goth theme nights and stuff like that. But they do it once a month, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't have any actual like goth venues out here in Atlanta.
You gotta get that. You guys gotta open one up.
We're too metal for the goth kids, and we're too goth for the metal kids. It's fucking we are in a weird spot.
I feel you, and it's weird. I think I like everything. I really do. I like grew up a skater kid at first, like really into CKY and Jackass, and then I got so hard into the goth scene and Manson, and then I was like, wait, I'm skater and goth, and it depends on my mood and how I want to dress and what I want to do when I was younger. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it all.
We are a sore thumb no matter where you fucking put us, honestly.
Yeah, that's good. Don't fit in anywhere. Okay, and then would you guys ever get a piercing on stage?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool, actually.
That's actually a cool idea. That's going in the fucking notes.
One
Okay.
thing I've actually always wanted to learn how to do is swallow swords, and I think it would be fucking killer to be sitting there playing a breakdown on stage and somebody come and slide a sword down my throat
While I'm piercing your
in
nipples.
the middle of the song. Fucking go absolutely ham with a big ass knife down my fucking throat.
Dude, you're gonna cough. And
If he
fuck
dies,
it.
if he dies, we keep playing.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Y'all
And
better-
pierce the other nipple while he dies with the sword in his throat.
fuck yeah.
I want to do like fire play. You know those girls that do burlesque and have the fire on their head and everywhere? I really want to do that.
See, I know how to do all of that stuff, but I'm not like a pretty goth lady. So if I do it, they're just gonna be like, "What's that chubby dude up there burning himself for?"
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a chick thing with the fire, but I like the sword swallowing. But someone in the band needs to learn how to do piercing or just get like a Claire's earring piercing gun and just fuck it and pierce everyone on stage.
I do a bunch of piercings. I do all my own piercings. I got a bunch of piercing stuff inside the house.
You just volunteered to do it.
Yeah.
No, dude, you're getting pierced on stage. You fucked up.
Fuck yeah. What about, does anyone tattoo in the band?
Mm.
Monty.
Don't put me on the spot.
But for legal reasons, no. But for every other reason, yeah. This one tattooed a crown of thorns across my entire forehead. Pretty sick at it.
Damn. Yeah. I'm one of those nice friends that when a couple of my friends are starting to learn how to tattoo in LA, I'm like, yeah, do it on me. And so like the back of my neck and the back of my thigh has like really bad. My buddy was just trying to figure shit out. And like Davey Suicide, I don't know if you guys know him. I let him practice all on my side and he's gotten better now.
Well,
But
baby, I love him.
Yes.
I fucking love this motherfucker.
he's working on new music and he's going to come by the show again and like talk about the new music he's working on. So I'm really excited.
So I found Davey Suicide when I was 13 years old. I was going to Mayhem Rockstar Fest. I was like real young, and they had these magazines that they were giving out, and Davey Suicide was a small square at the back of the magazine, and I loved the way they looked. It was like if you're a fan of Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, or something like that. And I looked them up. I have been consistently listening to Davey Suicide since I was 13 years old, and very obviously a huge inspiration in what I look like.
I love it. We moved to Hollywood at the same time in 2008. So we were kind of in this group of, it was Black Veil Brides, Davey Suicide, and me and Sammy Doll. And we all had just moved to Hollywood and didn't know anyone and what was going on. So we just kind of band together and they all took off and did huge projects. And I was just like, I'm going to date rock stars and hang around you guys. But they all fucking, and Cara Marie, she did MTV The Challenge. Like we all went to Bar Sinister, this goth rock, like, place a lot and partied hard, and I'm so proud of everyone. Really blew up. But then it's crazy, like Sammy Doll and Davey ended up having a baby and like now they're not together. It's wild what happened.
In my opinion, I don't understand why Davey Suicide is not fucking gigantic. I don't get it.
I agree.
I do not understand their music, their looks, everything is just so fucking quality that they were robbed, in my opinion.
There's so many underrated people that I've seen and been like, God, they're successful. And I think I've talked about this a lot on different podcasts, the right place, the right time. And someone you meet that has a lot of money, that's a big producer and promoter, just throws all their money into you. And that's when you're going to take off.
Hey, if there's any of those watching, we exist.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. You're like, here's my cash app. Come my way. I'm in.
Please.
I love it. Well, okay. So tell us what's coming up for you guys. What are we looking forward to with Bible Belt Massacre?
EP. The more money we get and the more successful we get, the worse we're gonna act. So if you want to see a fucking train wreck and real rock stars come back, fucking support us and blow us the fuck up, and we'll be throwing TVs out of shit before you know it.
I love it. Thanks, guys, so much for stopping by Steph's Rock Show and kind of technically second time. We'll have to keep having you guys come by and update you as you guys blow up before you get too big.
Satan willing or whatever.
We are in the works of doing something to be on the lookout for a possible tour here soon.
Oh yeah.
Keep it up. And you guys are welcome to stay at my house if you're ever in Sacramento. So
Awesome.
crash here anytime.
That,
Yep.